of Miami Senior High and Principal Valdez and the Sting Nation, UD's retired jersey. Mike, before I hand the mic over to UD, we're going to We would like to have one coach and one teammate of UD to speak. We're going to give you 2 minutes. Unfortunately, Frank Martin could not make it, but one of the assistants, Mark Koranic, will say a few words on behalf of the coaching staff.
Thanks, Leonard. It's a real honor to be here tonight. It's hard to believe that it's 25 years ago that UD played here. It's just like time flew by. I remember meeting Udonis at a summer camp up in Gainesville when he was at Wolfson and when he told us he was going to be coming here. I have such fond memories of working with Udonis here and working with Frank and Benny and Bernard and Malcolm and Freddie and all the guys. You know, in those 2 years that UD was here, we went 78-2. 2 state championships and ranked number 2 in the country. And a lot of that had to do with Udonis' leadership, Udonis' unselfishness. I fondly remember Udonis' late dad, Johnny, with his mom, with Barbara, and coming over to Frank after games saying, why doesn't UD play more? And we'd be up 40 points, and Frank would try to tell your dad that, listen, we have to play the other guys, and we had 11 Division I players on that team. I think what else stands out is what you've done over the years since you've left Miami High. Your leadership, your unselfishness that continues, and the role model that you've become, Udonis, here in this community. You know, they say Mr. 305, you really have represented Miami all these years during the difficult pandemic years. You stood up, you represented your team, and most importantly, you represented your community. When I say you're one of my kids, I couldn't be more proud to work with someone as special, as dedicated, and as loving as you. Udonis, you're like one of our own kids here. You've represented Miami High, and it's been a real honor to have you as one of our players. Congratulations on this.
I saw a couple of guys. One of you guys want to come out. Brent, you and Bo, one of you guys, both of you guys to come up and represent, or whoever, the whole squad, if you guys are here to come up, and one of you guys speak. say congratulations to Udonis. He's like a brother. I'm so proud of him. I always tell him how proud I am. You know, the way he started from to where he's at now. We have conversations, you know what I'm saying, just having conversations about like, you know, what he did for the city of Miami and how his professionalism, you know, staying out of trouble, doing the right thing, and, you know, just to know him from when we were 14, 16 years old and seeing what he's going through when he first came to Miami High, practicing with us, throwing up, you know, things like that to get himself in shape and be with the Miami Heat for 20 years is just a blessing. You know, guys don't get the opportunity to play that long in the NBA, but he's a true professional, and I'm proud of him. And like I said, for anybody to represent Miami High or the city of Miami and the Miami Heat organization, I won't pick no other guy. Congratulations, Udonis Haslem.
Good afternoon, everybody. Don't got much to say. I would've wished I had a speech bro, but I didn't think I was gonna speak, but they gave me the mic and I'm gonna take off. But I just want to tell you, bro, thank you, man. You not only believed in yourself, you believed in everybody around you. You made us go hard. You know, you made us realize there was something else more than the streets. And I just want to tell you thank you because where I'm at today got a lot to do with what you did and all the talks you had, bro. Like, I know I gave you hard times and all that, but it was all out of love. And I just thank you for being in your life, your family life, and thank you for what you do for the city of Miami. Like, everybody don't get to have somebody like that in their life that do what you do, and I'm proud to be a part of it. Thank you, brother. Congratulations.
UD, I'm just proud of you actually being your position coach here at high school. I can still remember the day when we went to Jacksonville and we was playing in 19 and under. And John and Barbara put you to the gym. And me and Frank, we allowed you to get in the game as the 8th grader. And you held it down. So at that point, I knew we had somebody special. I love the way you work. You always listen. You always gave 100%. You always was the #1 teammate. Again, man, you did 20 years in the NBA. That's awesome. And what you do for our community here, we love you, man. I love you too, brother.
All right, we're just gonna go ahead and allow UD to have a few words.
Thank you, guys. You know, for me, I had 3 things that I want to talk about. I was only responsible for 2 of these banners. So when I got here, it was already a winning thing going on. It was already a culture. It was already about winning. It was already about being selfless. So the 3 things I learned at Miami High was obviously work ethic. 2 was obviously don't be okay with losing. And 3 was brotherhood. Work ethic, I think everybody thinks they work hard. I mean, it depends on who's doing it in the eyes of who's saying they work hard. Brotherhood, that's the real one. So when you talk about brotherhood, talk about the guys that are here now, talk about me going to PJ's house on game days and he barely knew me. Once again, I was just getting to Miami High. These guys are older than me, they accepted me in. You talk about brotherhood, you talk about hanging out with Brent, going to Brent's house, running, shooting with Brent, doing everything with Brent, he barely knew me. Talk about brotherhood, you talk about Bo. If anybody get in trouble, you know who to call. You know who to call, you call Bo. Talk about brotherhood. Talk about when we was in Cincinnati, and Bo, we love you, but the man hit you in your iron ran. And you couldn't catch it. And Jamel was coming out of the lobby at the split second at the right time, and Jamel didn't even know what was going on, but he conveniently tripped the guy we were chasing, and the rest was history. I ain't promoting the violence, but the moral of the story is, on point, on site, your brother was there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's always been with me and my brothers, man. when it comes full circle, man, everything we did was selfless. We enjoyed each other, and it came back to just love. And when I realized what it took to put all these banners up, work ethic is one thing. You know, all that other stuff, you know, everybody think they work hard. You know, not liking to lose is one thing. When I realized what they had and how they put these banners up is the love that they had for each other. The love of the guys that came back, that put those banners up before us, and always held us to a standard, but they didn't have to. The love from Coach Mark used to take us over to the Jewish temple and have compassion for kids from Liberty City and Overtown that would have never crossed the bridge to go to the Jewish temple and understand what that would even been like. The love for Coach Frank to see something in us that we didn't see. Coach B pick us up every morning, 6 o'clock on the back of his truck, pickup truck. 5, 6, 8 brothers on the back of a small pickup truck, and then at night he drop us off. Those kind of sacrifices, Coach Malcolm being relatable to young black men because he was close to our age. You might just happen to see us somewhere where he ended up what's supposed to be. First day Michael say, hey, go home, you got practice in the morning. You know what I mean? I mean, it was that love. That was beyond anything that had to do with basketball. That really showed us how to be champions. And when you have that love for each other, you have that bond, that real bond and that love for each other, it brings out the best in you and everything. So we genuinely just brought the best out of us in everything, whether it was basketball, whether it was making good or bad decisions, you know, walking around on the streets, whether it was going to college. We genuinely brought the best out of each other. And I'm proud to sit here and say that because these brothers loved me when I came into Miami High because I was young and I was late. I'm proud to say because they loved me, I'm able to love the Miami Heat guys the way I'm able to love them. And I'm able to lead them the way I'm able to lead them. And I'm able to give selflessly to these guys the way I'm able to give to them because of the love I received from these guys when I came into Miami High. They didn't need me. They already had banners. They didn't have to accept me. They could have told me to go to Northwestern where your daddy went. Go play somewhere else. We don't need you here. But they accepted me here with open arms. And they nourished me because I wasn't in shape. I was just talented. I had no clue what it took to be a real champion. And they nourished me, and they were patient, and they loved me. So I thank them for that love. And because of that love, I'm able to love others and give that back and lead in the way that I was taught to lead, man. So I was a part of a culture a long time, and I was able to just extend it and pass it on to guys at a professional level and at a higher level. But it really started from the love that I got. So if anybody wants to know how to be a champion, yeah, you gotta work hard. Yeah, you can't be cool with losing, but love the brother next to you. Love the dude that you're playing for. Love the dude that you're playing with. And that'll get you over the hump. That's that extra step you need. When they talk about what the 1% is, it can be a lot of different things with 1%. But our 1% was the love that we had for each other. I ain't wanna let him down, I ain't wanna let him down, I ain't wanna let him down. At the end of the day, letting somebody down at our level, you never knew what the circumstances would be. You never knew what happened if we didn't go to college. You never knew, because Rick depended on me. Bo depended on me. We all depended on each other. So I never knew what the circumstances would be if we didn't get each other out of these circumstances. So for that love, man, I thank y'all. And for that love, I give to the guys that I play with now, man. And just everybody, man. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Right now, we're going to take a couple of minutes to take some photos, starting off with your teammate and coach. High school teammate. Next, we're going to have his Heat teammates and coaching staff. You guys would like to come on down after to take a couple of photos with Udonis. Appreciate you, fellas. Now, the Heat teammates and coaching staff, you guys go ahead, please. Appreciate it, Heat Nation. Now to your Adonis family, you guys can please come on down. Waiting on your Adonis family, you guys come on down.